almost 2 months, Amazon workers have been voting on whether to unionize at one of the company's major warehouses in Alabama. The voting concludes today. Since Amazon is the second largest private employer in the country, the stakes are high. And as Paul Solman reports, the battle is being closely watched. His story is for our series, Making Sense.
So many labor experts are saying this is the most important unionization drive in the United States of America in 10, 20, 30 years.
And, says author Steve Greenhouse, who started covering labor for the New York Times back in the 90s, it's Amazon.
It's the iconic company of today and a very vehemently anti-union company.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
A company now vehemently fighting the drive to unionize Amazon's new warehouse in Bessemer, just outside Birmingham, Alabama, where workers seem more exhausted than vehement.
10, 11 hours a day, standing on your feet, just 2 breaks. It's stressful. It's tiring.
Daryl Richardson, one of the warehouse's 5,000-plus workers, is a picker, gathering products for customer orders at the rate of about 1 every 8 to 10 seconds.
Every time I hit the button, it's just like this, consistent, over and over again. So I'm studying like this all day.
So you're talking like 4,000 separate packages in a day?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Every day?
Every day.
In 2021, fully 75 years after Charlie Chaplin famously lampooned working conditions in industrial America. But it's more than just the work that bothers Richardson.
They don't respect you. You mistreated. It's just unfair.
Unfair how?
I've seen that happen twice. I've seen a young man get fired for going on the conveyor belt.
A safety concern, says Jennifer Bates.
But there are no signs that say don't go up under the belt. So I felt that was unfair.
And when Bates was subjected to a random security check one day,
you have to empty your pockets, take off your shoes, shake your shoes, and be scanned and all that stuff. So as I'm putting my shoes on and putting my vest and stuff back on, so I asked her, do I get this time back for my break? She said no.
Bates and Richardson, recounting one mistreatment after another, are pro-union. Amazon never granted our request for an interview, but in written statements elsewhere have said that workers like these are in the minority. Quote, our employees choose to work at Amazon because we offer some of the best jobs available everywhere we hire.
For me,
William and Lavinette Stokes, who also work at the warehouse, take the company's side. Hey, starting pay is $15.30 an hour, they say, plus
benefit package is one of the best you can have. I mean, Amazon pays 95% of your college tuition if you choose to go to school.
We have great insurance. We have a great working environment. We started out going in knowing that we would have long hours of standing.
But standing for 10 hours a day?
They iterated over and over again in the training that this is what you would have to do. But now we're here and not everybody is happy with those conditions.
It's labor work, but it's not labor work that where it's just back bending, killing you type labor work. You know, you're either packing a box, picking an item, or whatever the case may be.
That doesn't exactly square with Richardson's experience, however.
I'm 51. About 3 o'clock, I can't give no more. I'm finished. Your legs be sore, feet be sore, and when you go home, only thing you want to do is lay down and go to sleep.
10 hours, I think it's too much to have anybody work for a shift at Amazon. People have fainted, fallen out. I've seen people come out of there in wheelchairs.
It's complaints like these that have helped turn the union drive, which began in February, into a national event.
The choice to join a union is up to the workers, full stop.
Even the president weighed in on Twitter.
Today and over the next few days and weeks, workers in Alabama and all across America are voting on whether to organize a union in their workplace. This is vitally important, and there should be no intimidation, no coercion, no threats, no anti-union propaganda.
Get those ballots in right now.
And on Friday, despite the Alabama tornadoes, Bernie Sanders showed up to rally the troops, taking special aim at Amazon's $180 billion man, founder and CEO Jeff Bezos.
And what I say to Mr. Bezos, why, when you have so much money, more money that can be spent in 1,000,000 lifetimes, why are you spending millions trying to defeat and effort on the part of workers here who want nothing more than decent wages, decent benefits, decent working conditions.
And so the struggle, like so many these days, has become partisan. And that's what really bothers the Stokeses, whose counter-protest at a union rally was captured by a local news channel.
This whole union push is more politically motivated than anything. You know, everybody wants to be the one to so-called slay the giant, you know, to be the first one to get in and everything.
The Retail, Warehouse, and Department Store Workers Union begs to differ. This is a classic labor struggle, says organizer Josh Brewer.
Amazon really has spent the better part of the last 5 months with a very sophisticated pressure campaign on their employees.
Union organizers are not allowed to set foot on company property, whereas the company can talk to the workers 24/7 with videos, with speeches, with mandatory meetings. They send 3, 4, 5 anti-union text messages a day. And something I've never, ever seen before in writing about labor for 25, 30 years, they have anti-union posters in the bathroom stalls.
You know, when you go to the bathroom, who want to look at that?
And Amazon made typical anti-union threats, says Richardson.
You're going to lose your wages. You're going to lose your benefits. We're going to shut the company down and move somewhere else.
Oh, what? Amazon's going to run out of Alabama if they get a union. Where are they going to run to? They ran to Alabama to exploit wages and run from unions.
On the other hand, if the union wins and bargains for higher wages, it could backfire, says conservative economist Michael Strain.
There would be more of an incentive for Amazon to automate if its labor costs go up. And the goal of a union is to increase the labor costs of its employer. Unions raise the wages of union workers, which is a good thing. But unions also reduce employment overall by making it more expensive for employers to hire workers.
We said that in the 80s and 90s. Automation, production, this is going to kill jobs. It's another one of the fear tactics that have been used to keep employees from coming together.
So which side is likely to prevail? On the one hand, says Steve Greenhouse,
it's not easy to win a unionization battle in the South.
But on the other,
the Bessemer, Birmingham area is an old industrial area. It had steel mills and coal mines and a Pullman railroad plant, and it was heavily unionized, so it really could go either way.
What, if any, would be the significance of a union victory in Bessemer, Alabama against Amazon?
It will be a boon, a huge victory for labor. It will encourage workers at other Amazon fulfillment centers to try to unionize. It will encourage other workers in the South to try to unionize.
And if the union loses?
It's certainly a blow to the union, but the union will probably say, we'll be back to try to win again.
For the PBS NewsHour, this is Paul Salman.